Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to you to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance for that. So Gemini, we're going to be doing your reading today with the Muse Tarot and getting an overall energy from the Elemental Oracle. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you all survived the first eclipse as we go into the second eclipse. Okay. Wow. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You got the number 43, which reduces to a 7, which is the Chariot card. And the word is magic, alchemy. We can see here very loosely out of these hands, it almost looks like an angel, right? Whoa. This is like, I don't think I've ever pulled this card for anybody. Not that I can remember anyway. There's a little bit of like Fibonacci sequence action happening over here. So first of all, the number 7 card, the Chariot card, talks about victory and mastery over the self, over the light and the dark, the shadow and the light. There's a lot of divine intelligence referenced here, but it's coming from like your doing, your hands, your energy. And actually, it's almost as if the divine is emanating from you. Whenever I see hands kind of together like this, I think of Reiki. And I practice Reiki, and there's part of that, you know, you kind of say a prayer or an affirmation to yourself to channel energy from spirit or the universe, to heal a situation, a person, a pet, whatever, a plant, doesn't matter. But you always have to ask the universe to help you to channel that energy. And you ask, if it's a person, you ask permission from that person. And it all kind of gathers up in your hands and creating this energy between your hands. And so I feel there's something very strong related to that today, that out of your hands something beautiful occurs. That you're literally, I want to say creating something out of something, but at first I said wanted to say creating something out of nothing, or seemingly nothing, out of thin air. This is very special because, Gemini, I don't know that you... Do you believe in magic is the question that is coming to my head right now. Are you able to believe in magic and in things that you cannot see? I'm going to pull 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier, and a whole bunch just came out. Wow. You got a card here that's come out for the past 3 or 4 readings. Sorry, you hear the siren in the background. We're heading into rush hour where I live. You know, I could edit that out, but I'm not going to, because I don't take anything for granted when I read tarot. So that one was particularly piercing. It went right underneath my bedroom window. So it's almost as if there's something that you cannot ignore anymore. It's do or die. It's now or never. It's urgent. Emergency. Emergency. A bunch of cards flipped out. I'm just going to take the one that flipped over. One more for you. There you go. Thank you. So they asked me to look at the bottom of the deck. You got the Three of Materials, or the Three of Pentacles, in the reverse. So there could be something here that was, you were meant to collaborate with a group of people, and there was something here that it was almost like too much, too many too many cooks in the kitchen, they just said. Spirit, my guides. Too many cooks in the kitchen, or too many opinions, too many vantage points, and it made things confusing. In your past energy, you got the Hierophant card. This is the Hierophant in the upright. You got it in the reverse. Number 5, and the Sun card in reverse. Just, I don't know if you can tell, but the sun, it's this time in the afternoon where the sun is casting its light off of the window of my building onto the window of the building across the street and back into my window as I pull the sun. This is the second time this has happened for the Sun card. There are no coincidences, right? That it's like you've been struggling to shed light on a situation, and it could have to do with your spirituality. It's almost like this energy here is this, but you can see it's muted. Can you tell? Sorry, now it's like too bright. I don't know how I can mess it. It's like muted energy. So, you know, and I see it echoed here actually, and coming up over the horizon. There's some kind of clarity that you've been looking for, and you thought maybe you could find it in other people, but you're realizing it's like a journey that you're going to have to take on your own. There's some situation where you need to figure out what it is that you think, because I mean, everybody can give you their opinion, but it's up to you to figure out what it is that you think and believe. And you may have looked to Spirit to try and give that answer to you, but maybe it has more to do with what's going on in terms of your creative standpoint, what it is that you're manifesting, what is it that you want, is what Spirit just said. What is it that you want? It's not very clear. How can we help you? They just said, we want to help you. You know, if they say angels are not here to interfere unless like you're in mortal danger. Well, I mean, a fire truck just like went by in the middle of the beginning of your reading. It's like there's something, it's not to say you're in mortal danger, but it's just like there's something that's really, really urgent. It can no longer wait. You have to address it right now. And it could simply be matters of the heart. What does this have to do with Spirit? 2 cards came out. Queen of Inspiration and the Emperor in the reverse. Something having to do with your empire, things that you've built, things that were conceived in some kind of passionate endeavor, some kind of creative spark, and maybe feeling like it's not happening, it's not coming, it's not turning out the way that I thought it would. And maybe I've invested so much time and energy, and what do I have to show for it? Queen of Wands in the reverse can represent somebody who is frustrated, almost angry, sometimes angry. I just heard at oneself, angry at yourself for something. You know, it's really tough for the Emperor. The Emperor is the power of all 4 kings, all 4 divine, highest divine masculine energy in the tarot, number 4 of the major arcana. But when the Emperor card comes in reverse, this is somebody, it's Aries energy. and it's somebody who is really not feeling in their power. It's almost like if you're the conductor of this great symphony, all the instruments are out of tune. And it's just like a cacophony. It's like a mess. And I'm not saying that you're a mess. I'm just saying that whatever situation is that you're wanting some clarity on, it's just everything feels like a mess right now. And in the present energy, you got the 9 of materials, 9 of pentacles in the reverse, and the star card in the reverse. That's 2, you know, the sun is a star. You shouldn't forget that. Star card in the major arcana is Aquarius energy. This is what the cards look like in the upright. Downloads from spirit that you're looking for. Look at this. The sun energy is echoed in this card as well. The star is all about wish fulfillment, healing, celebrity. And the 9 of materials is all about independence. Can be a singular energy. Can be somebody in the upright. It's somebody who is wealthy in their body, mind, and soul. Carefree. They don't have a lot of worries. And these 2 cards are in the reverse. There's something here that you've been wishing for. Wishing and wishing and wishing. And you feel at a loss right now. You feel confused. What did I do wrong? That kind of energy. You know, it's like, wasn't I manifesting? Was I not doing it properly? I've asked myself this question many, many times, right? Spirit is clarifying it though with the wheel. That's very nice, because Spirit is saying to me, you know that saying, be careful what you wish for? So it's almost like saying, sorry, I feel like I have a little hair on my nose. Spirit is saying to me, you know, it's almost as if you not getting what you wished for is actually going to make the wheel turn in your favor. This is the wheel of fortune, not the wheel of misfortune. It's destined, it's divine, it's divinely guided, it's good, Jupiter energy, expansion, good luck, good fortune, right? So Spirit is specifically saying, thank your lucky stars, is what they just said. You avoided some kind of disaster, or you're avoiding some kind of disaster. Right, it's like when we get stuck in traffic, we're really impatient because we have to get to work, or we have to get to wherever. Really impatient. And something happens and it slows all the traffic down. We're at a near standstill. You can start cursing, you can start being pissed off at something that you can't control. Or you can say, you know what, thank you, Spirit. I know you're delaying me for a reason. I know there's something up ahead that I'm not supposed to be a part of. Thank you for keeping me out of it. Thank you for keeping me out of that mess. Right? Because you're already kind of feeling, you're riding off of this energy from the past. We're feeling a little pissed off, feeling a little frustrated. It's almost like you don't want to exacerbate that energy. You don't want to heighten that. You want to be in a different mentality, a different vibration. So it's almost like we're looking to manifest something different now for ourselves. And here comes the wheel to kind of, I just heard bail us out. Bail us out. Like this wheel is going to turn and it's going to be sweet. What does it have to do with though? 3 of emotions, celebration of some kind with friends or family. 3 of emotions is like clinking your glasses together and really heralding something new. It's interesting because I see this as this, you know, in like, I guess, Asian cultures, definitely in Thai culture, which is what I'm a part of, there's these like big gongs, like gigantic, like the size of a table, and they suspend them and like they whack on them, and it just creates this huge reverberation. And I'm almost seeing it like this energy. You whack on that thing, you create this huge vibration that just juts outward, and it's like wah 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 wah. You know, it's like this vibration energy coming outward, right? This vibration energy coming outward from your hands, right? You need your hands to like whack that thing. So you're stepping into a new vibration and attracting something better towards yourself, you know? Because what I see in the future energy, two of emotions, this is divine partnership, divine union, a connection between you and your higher self, your soul in the 5D, right? We're just here living in our human body, our flesh and our bones. But we have this, like, our entity, our soul in the 5D that if we listen to our heart and to our intuition, we connect with our soul's purpose, our soul's path, our blueprint for our life. When we listen to ourselves, then we start to follow that path. And in the future energy, I see it coming in so beautifully. It's almost as if, okay, you create a new vibration. It reverberates throughout time and space, caused by this beautiful initiative of your energy. It starts with your hands. It starts with you. And then as the manifestation comes in for you, it starts to peter out, right? Then we start to get into a flow state, because that initial vibration is very powerful. It's just like, think about the ripples on the water. You toss a rock into the water, creates the ripple at the kind of epicenter, and as it spreads out, it dissipates. Wait, what is that? It's been a long time since I took physics, but there's a word for that, when the energy is not created or destroyed, but it's like it just changes states or whatever that law is. Not quite that. I mean, I'm talking about that, but like it just dissipates, right? It becomes a part of the water. And so this is what I see, that the vibration becomes a part of this emotional space that you're in, and then it's almost like you're just going with the flow, right? Because in this past energy, I feel a lot of resentment and resistance. I feel a lot of frustration with spirit. I feel a lot of I feel like you're challenging something because you don't have clarity about it in the past energy, or you didn't have clarity about it. Two of emotions is clarified by the Page of Voices or the Page of Swords. So a curiosity, like really dipping a toe in and just saying, hey, you know, there's something kind of new and exciting happening. Everybody's dancing. What's that all about? What's that celebration over there? Here we go again. Can you see? It's kind of hard. It's like faint, but there's like a rippling effect literally right here. Like kind of like the Milky Way, right? Like a galaxy. Things like spinning top. They're showing me a spinning top. There's so much spinning in your reading today, right? There's so much rotation. So much. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least five cards here of rotation. There's something to that. It's like cycles coming to an end and beginning. You know, a new cycle, beginning a new chapter. I don't see the World card here, but they're showing me the World card, which is closing a chapter and beginning a new one. Thank clarify what the curiosity is about, Spirit, in the future. 10 of materials. So I asked for a clarification on what are we looking at what are we looking at so closely? What are we investigating? What are we excited about? What does it have to do with? It has to do with our prosperity. 10 of materials is 10 of pentacles. We can see everybody gathered around this tree, you know, in unison, allowing growth and prosperity and abundance. This is beautiful. I don't actually think anyone else has gotten this card, Gemini. This is really beautiful. There's so much. There's like moss and everything. There's like moss growing up onto the bark. It's truly, truly connected. You know, it's important, right? Our vibration. Because now they're showing me that experiment. Well, there's a very famous experiment that they've replicated in many places, museums, schools, where they take two plants and they isolate them out in different like plexiglass containers. And in one container, same plant, same style plant, one container, it's constantly hearing affirmations of love and, oh, you're such a good plant, you're such a pretty plant, just encouragement. And in the other container, it's just bombarded with hateful things. You know, I hate you, you disgust me, you're disgusting, you're not worth it. And obviously you can surmise, if you've never seen this experiment done, that the plant that gets all of the negativity dies very quickly and decays, whereas the plant that is showered with love prospers. And so it's almost like, if think of yourself as this tree, right? Think of yourself as this thing, and these are all of your thoughts and your feelings, your emotions. Are you going to be in this energy where you're just upset? And, you know, it's not to say you don't have a reason to be upset or frustrated, but allow it to be temporary. Feel your feelings and then move forward from it. Learn from it. Inhabit that space to realize you're not a perfect human being, that you may have made a mistake, or you may have made a mistake in trusting somebody, or you may have made a mistake in making a certain decision that you didn't do enough research on, and that's okay. Like, you're not perfect, and who's expecting you to be? And if that's the case, then step away from that energy and just prosper, you know, because otherwise this is going to be like that tree that dies, that plant that dies, because the vibration is all skewed, right? The vibration is not flowing. There's no opportunity for positivity to come into your life if you don't allow it, right? So it's almost like you bang on, you kind of like knock some sense into yourself, or into your ego, right? Your ego that keeps you in fear. You like knock some sense into it so that you can change the vibration of something, right? To allow this beautiful energy and prosperity to come in, making room for the abundance that wants to come in for you. And closing out the reading, we have the advice from Spirit. Here you have the 5 of Wands, the 5 of inspiration. That can be a card of like working against yourself, conflict and chaos in the mind, in actions, right? You know, I could do this or I could do that. Like, these are all like reflections. They're like portholes or portals and reflections. It's like, I could do this or this or this or this. And soon after, it's like, do you even remember what it is that you want, right? And Spirit is saying, quiet that energy. With the Ace of Emotions here, this is what Spirit is, this is advice. Spirit is bringing in the Ace of Emotions, which is an energy of love, of newness, of compassion, of self-love, positive self-talk, of affirmations and signs and synchronicities from the universe that show you how worthy you are and show you how beautiful you are. But it's like, it's almost like you have this tendency to look in the reflection of something and just see, you don't see yourself. You don't see something beautiful in yourself. You just kind of see something that's like out there. It's almost, okay. This is almost like the grass is greener on the other side. You always want to be careful of that, of coveting something that's outside of yourself. You know, if it has to do with like somebody has a job that you want, or a lifestyle that you want, or it's not to say that you can't up level and that you can't go after things that you desire. You absolutely should, but not in the space of comparison with other people. You don't know what that person's like. They may look like, you know, how many times do we, I mean, art imitates life, right? We watch TV shows, or we watch these dramas where people seem like they have it all together on the outside, but on the inside they're a big old mess. And we watch that. It's drama. Reality TV is based on everybody being a big old mess, right? So you want to be really careful that where are you, from what vibration and what space are you manifesting from? That's number one, because it's going to be like a direct one-to-one correlation between the energy that you're in and what comes out of your manifestation. And we want it to be this beautiful light and expansiveness and wheel of fortune yumminess, right? I mean, look at it. It's almost like the same size. These are two different decks, two different cards. Do you see here? It's like creating that beautiful destiny for yourself. I'm going to pull one more card on advice from Spirit, one last word from Spirit. Maybe they don't want one. Nope. Two cards. Knight of Materials in the reverse and the Awakening in the reverse. They're telling me it's your choice, right? You're the one that has to decide. You have choice. You're the one that has to decide what is it that's coming in for you. Knight of Materials is the Knight of Pentacles. It's an authentic offering. It's an authentic message, right? But right now it's almost like you're not in a space to receive. It's difficult. Like I feel there's like this energy is, it's like I see how much power you have, but you're feeling really frustrated, like you don't see it right now, even though like the sun, the most powerful card in the tarot, is like lurking behind this energy saying, hey, look at me, I like want to rise above this. I hear the birds chirping outside. They always kind of chirp around this time in the evening. It's like communications from Spirit. Like you may see like a deer or rabbits or sparrows or robins, cardinals, things like that. Take it as a sign from Spirit. I mean, maybe where you live you see cardinals every day, but even when I'm in the middle of a state park, it's not that common to see a cardinal. So when I do, I know that the Spirit talking, it's my ancestors. You gotta believe, you gotta, you know, what did this reading start off with, Gemini? I asked you if you believed in magic. It starts with that. What's his name? Roald Dahl has a famous quote that's literally on the wall behind me, but I don't have it memorized, but it's kind of paraphrasing. It says something like, those who don't believe in magic will never find it. And that is the last word that I'm going to leave you with today. Believe in magic. That's your reading, Gemini. I hope something resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you.